fart.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna do it.
If you do, the gun's hot. Don't do it again.
What? What?
It means the gun's hot. It means you're gonna poop.
Oh.
Don't want to do that. All right, next.
And welcome back to Katawa Shoujo.
God damn it, dude! You've been recording?
Yeah, the whole fart conversation. This is a very serious playthrough for those of you just tuning in.
Gun is hot.
Very, very serious playthrough. We're taking it very seriously. We're trying to get emotionally connected to these girls.
I'm emotionally connected.
Yeah.
To the deaf one.
Hello.
That's only girly
Cutest
really
one.
bad. Yo, dog.
It's either that or if you
Yo,
want Miss
yo,
Drillhead.
yo. You
Drill
haven't
bits?
seen Emmy yet.
Okay.
She's a freaking cute one.
Okay.
It's getting real up in here.
During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word.
Is that the burn victim?
Yes, it's burnt face
Okay.
cam. Again, no one seems to notice. Or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy.
She's the one that
Don't
didn't
ask her
really
about
know how to make s'mores.
After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first
Dude.
floor lobby and latch onto me,
Dude.
each covering each flank in case I might try
Really?
to escape. Feeling a little, we'll offend each one of them in some at some point.
Okay, good.
Might as well get it out of the way.
Yeah, do it. Just do it.
Still don't know what
I'm
to
a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard.
I feel like the pink one is only here simply for the fact that she has either A, has nothing else better to do, or B, she likes to be here.
Plot twist is that she's not even a student.
That's what I'm assuming, actually.
She just sits in on class and they kind of just gave up on trying to kick her out.
From my playthrough of it, I didn't get anything else from it. So,
What playthrough did you go through? Who did you get?
Emmy,
Is
I
that...
told you that when you walked in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't want to spoil it.
You're spoiling it for me. Let's go.
There's a girl named Emmy. Oh no. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell.
What's wrong, IGN? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember?
I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible.
In a game like this, yeah. But except it's not going to be for you to join a student council.
It was fairly modest from my playthrough. Like, to be honest, it was.
Dude,
it was
don't
actually
spoil
pretty modest.
anything.
It was pretty modest. I showed you some of the pictures already. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? You guys. This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly.
I get it.
I get it.
Spit on my phone. Oh, did you already make your grunt for that?
Yes. That's not true, Hi-Chan. Shit-Chan.
Shit-Chan.
Shit-Chan. Shy-Chan. Hi-Chan, Shy-Chan. Let's just stick with that. Says that when life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed.
Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself.
And her skirt ever so getting shorter.
Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that! I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune.
She only feigns it.
Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's.
Oh, I've
Do
seen this
paper
porno
football.
too.
Paper football?
There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents.
This
Not much
carpet
else.
smells good.
In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most noticeable thing about this room, it doesn't have other people. I don't know. I messed up that sentence. Are we early?
No.
What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today?
Yeah, that's right.
Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically. Oh, that was really
Don't
loud.
you dare. She's not Helen Keller. Next. Hacha, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. You don't, do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set everything up.
While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. That was, ow. Wow, that actually really hurt my
I
hand.
heard some sing on that one.
Ooh.
That's
Actually,
dedication.
This looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Oh, my fingers like sting from that slap. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention.
Assault? Hacha wants you to know that you are taking too long to make a move.
Yeah, I know.
Shai-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join in the student council.
Let you keep Australia?
Shut up.
I thought this
Just
was a game with
need
no
to make
strings
sure.
attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means she knows I care about the outcome of the game. And anyway, no.
Got you pegged, bitch. Oh. Shai-chan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. Bitch, Trevor, with the student council.
Beautiful. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment.
Oh yeah, wait. How'd she know? Oh no, she's signing. Never mind. Continue.
I would expect a student council president to be a little more malicious.
Bonerific.
Magnanimous.
Magnanimous?
I was student council.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Seriously, I was a part of my college student council, social chairman. That's what I was. Magnanimous.
Hey, he messed it up too. She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index fingers against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing.
Oh, wait, please slow down, Sai-chan. Hi-chan? Why the fuck are they so close together?
I don't know. Are you
Sai-chan
sure you want to go with
says
her?
you're going to lose.
Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion.
Ah, okay.
Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief.
She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't.
Would you like to play defensively or aggressively?
She seems to admire it. Let's go aggressively.
She's either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose. So I might as well... I skipped a word because I paused awkwardly. So I might as well try to something different, whatever. Maybe if I spread out my forces and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage. Shizune seems to focus on conquering whole nations, so maybe I can sacrifice my hold on continents to gain more small countries. It's worth a shot. I don't know any of the rules of this game, so I'm as lost as you are.
Okay, good.
A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway.
Shit.
Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration.
Fist pump. That's her way of saying, I win, yay!
There's no need to translate that, it was pretty clear.
Don't look so sad, Hai-chan. We're really giving it your best. You were really giving it your best. That's what I thought. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough. Though, if anyone knows that, it's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. Cat face. Hai-chan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. That's a very daring move. Sai-chan was impressed. Shai-chan. Shizune. Who the fuck is Shai-chan?
That's what she calls Shizune.
Oh, why don't we just call her Shizune?
Because they're friends.
Damn it. Okay. The mark of great people is that they're daring and that they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, Hai-chan? Fantastic. That isn't enough now. Just potential isn't enough. There is no point to potential if you don't... Stop it. If you don't take the first step, and there's no point to do that if you don't keep going and I want to see more.
I just noticed what you were doing.
You're
I
right,
just
Sai-chan.
I just started it, so...
Okay.
But... that's demanding. I'm sorry I had a baby bird there. Ew.
Shizune leans forward, suddenly looking a lot less playful and more like the serious person I expected her to be from the start.
Hai-chan, would you like to join the student council club?
She really doesn't waste any time, does she? But it's only my second day of school, so I'm hesitant about committing to anything so early. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. But spending time with Shizune and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. I almost said like. I still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure.
Alright, made a decision.
Maybe. I'll get back to you on it.
Okay, Hai-chan, but I hope you're really not just saying that just so we don't feel bad.
No, really.
Really? Hai-chan, if you're going to say that because you're saying that just
Really?
is definitely the
Really?
truth, and then there can definitely be any mistaking it.
Your voices are beautiful. I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing, at the very least. Shizune smiles at that in a mischievous way that feels like twisting the knife in the wound of my loss. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall.
It should be unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shai-chan. Shai-chan. We think the library is open. Oh, wait. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is?
No thanks, it's okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye!
Oh my Gershwin. One flight of stairs up, and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one, except it's got a different weird picture at the end of the hallway. They can't see my cursor, but I just circled it. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think.
Future.
The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there is a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention, because it's not closed. It's not open either, though. Just barely ajar so that I can see it's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions, no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the door, on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I anticipated. I'd spent like 3 sentences opening a door. Leaning over and poking my head ever further inside to get inside of the room as fast as possible, the meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Look, it's Mommy! I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. I'm sorry.
This is you, man.
Evidently, having
you.
taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. You said it was him?
Yeah.
Just for this one, at least.
Yo, man, may I help you?
That means you have to continue with that voice when you leave.
Oh, god damn it.
Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's a soft, measured voice.
I'm the only one not laughing.
The very soft, measured, delicate voice. It reminds me she's a being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid my eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct.
Wonder Woman?
Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand.
Yo, you good? Care to take a seat?
Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That, and the slight cloudiness to her eyes, means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have a detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Jap.
Whoa, man, that's racist.
I think that's called Milano, if I remember correctly. Half European, half Asian.
Milano?
Yes. Like the cookie.
Interesting.
And mulatto is half black.
I thought that was ebony.
That's just like really dark, I think. Why are we getting into
I don't know.
the
Continue.
constructs of this?
Welcome back to Annie Race. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office.
I take it you're a new student to Yamaku?
Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday. Dog? I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action.
I'm Lilly Satao. Pleased to meet you.
Hisao Nakai. She gives me a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup.
Would you care for a drink?
Sure.
Straight Hennessy.
As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives me a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf.
Is she an incredibly short midget?
He said she was tall.
She steps off the chair.
I thought it was weird too. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see different disabilities the students have in my class here, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shisa and Nisha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lilly herself seems to have
You said Shisa. Shizune.
Shisa? Why would I say Shisa? Shisa and Nisha. Shisa and Nisha. Shisa and Nisha.
You said Shisa.
Workarounds for problems I had never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offerer preparing the drink. Shisa and Nisha. Her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance.
Which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school.
The school library. Shisa and Nisha told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it being stirred.
I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no?
That's right. In the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before settling down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand.
He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do.
I like him. I like that voice.
It surprisingly fits her.
It does.
It's like the exact opposite of what it should be. And it's okay. It's okay with me.
I'm fine with it,
As
actually.
she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Seto. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face.
Lilly, please. There's no need to be too formal.
She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try to ask her about herself, as it really does seem she's catering to me. So, which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third year classes.
Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the 3rd floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students.
I see.
Does he ever teach you how to remove wax?
He says, I see.
I get it.
But
I see. Oh wait, he actually... sorry. I feel like slapping myself for the faux pas. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem the least bit put off by it.
That's how you spell that word.
My, there's no need to change your speech on my account.
Sure, sorry. I guess I'm really showing my newness here.
An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions.
You're getting a little Texan again.
Sorry.
Category.
More black, less Texan.
Yeah, more Afro.
How do you get more afro?
More hood.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There you
dog.
go.
You know when you got diarrhea?
No, it's hurt when it comes out. So satisfying, man.
A category which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic. A segue into another.
Yeah, this topic.
Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at.
Okay. I come here fairly often during lunchtimes. I'm still doing it.
Just, yeah. Yeah, dog. Start every sentence with you, dog.
Yeah, my duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club. So a friend and I use this room for having tea.
Class representative, huh? Compared to her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While she's as blunt and fiercely driven, Lilly seems to be relaxed and calm. Almost black.
Almost.
Come to think of it, she did you fart, man?
Man, that's disgusting.
Come to think of it,
Open the window.
she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kind of clubs are there to join?
The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunchtimes,
There you go.
the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library.
There you go.
I had to do it.
Keep going, man.
But no, man, there are also numerous small ones too, though, such as the art and music clubs.
Click. At a time when I'm wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club?
It isn't, though it is encouraged.
Ah, good. That's a relief. I've really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting to get my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lilly does the same. Okay. Let's stop this one.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
What?
I never once pictured Lilly as a black girl. She's an amnesia. Next time on AniPlays.
More racism. More sexism.